Right, you too. Top of the morning, man. Yeah, what's happening? Yeah, so we got the Nina Boy Morning Show popping off this morning, man. So we got an interesting reaction today. This is something that a lot of people don't talk about, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think it's imperative that we have some dialogue, some dialect about what really takes place on this black side, right? So this the downside of Mexicans joining black gangs, right? But it goes both ways, man. Before we get into the content, this is not to offend anybody from any side, but we just got to address the elephant that's always been in the room, right? And this is hypothetical opinions too, right? When a Mexican join a black gang, it's cut and dry. You show you got heart, you show you got love for us, we treat you as one, right? There's no hidden agendas, there's no miscellaneous, hate, no ism or ism, you know what I'm saying? And it's a cultural thing because some people, could accept you, but they was brought up around people that was taught to hate people of milling skin, right? But when a Mexican joins a black gang, if you not no buster, you know what I'm saying, you solid, you know how to stand up for yourself, and you ain't somebody that get pushed over, you good. You can wear your jewelry, you can come around here, pop it like you one of us, whatever, it's acceptable. But on the other side, if a black join a Mexican gang, the processing is just a little different, right? Because that black dude has to be under a certain type of category, because if he outshine everybody in that gang, he's going to be looked at as a threat. You see what I'm saying? It's not just, and it could be wrong, but my experience of knowing, blacks and Mexican gangs, it was always going to be some haterism going on. You see what I'm saying? Because they was brought up to hate us. You see what I'm saying? So, and some are not like that. I just want to clear that. So with that being said, let's get to the content, man. This is the downside of Mexicans joining black gangs. Switching sides is serious. Let's get to the content. Wake that ass up, though. Let's go. All right. WIG TV, you up.
Them birds aggressive. You said if you need a cut, come here. What it's called?
And it's all Mexicans in here, and they gonna get you right. Well, they not.
Hold on, so they got bored, so they cut like.
They not all gonna get you right. I'll point you to the percent gonna get you right with the cut.
Hey, homie coming out with a crispy haircut is interesting. I ain't gonna lie, the homie shit. He be like,
nah, he don't know who to go to. He bougie to the right area to get this shit sliced up for 200.
For 200?
He a bougie crick. This the rich homie right here.
he lying.
He lying. Not 200. Haircuts right here like $30. Oh,
no, I'm not talking about right here. I said, cause the bougie talking about our barber.
No, he don't say 200s on no goddamn haircut. Nah, bro, we could probably walk to the other side.
But look at Lil Bro. You know why he made a point to say cuts only $30 right here. They not 200, and you jumped in a conversation, didn't even know what they was talking about. He was saying the other homie like to get expensive haircuts. Not that they charge that right here, but you know why he did that? Because he know that he was making a distinction. You know what I'm saying? Subconsciously between them and him. And they be saying, oh, all the gangs are mixed and this, that, and that. What if these people, what if the people, like, what if some of these cats, and no disrespect to them, if it's really love and y'all really part of the neighborhood, but when I noticed that, I'm like, oh, he know. You know what I'm saying? He looking out for his people. Even.
All right, so let me just say this, right? One thing about in black culture, it's going to definitely be some love there when it comes to, a Mexican joining a black gang, because we're wired different. We wasn't raised to dislike or use that hard H against another race. We wasn't wired like that. We always looked at it like black and brown had the same struggle. Now, it might be some disconnect between, disrespect, you know what I'm saying? Or if we sense that, you know what I'm saying? But you got to be clear too. Every Mexican is not like that. I grew up with Mexicans. I'm from the east side. You know what I'm saying? Some of my friends, or some of my closest friends are Mexicans. You see what I'm saying? That I go over the top for, right? And I had friends that, that was Mexicans that joined the 40s, you know what I'm saying? Neighborhood 40s, my nigga E. It's just a lot of people, man. Email. It's a lot of people that I didn't deal with that, I actually spent time with the Mexicans. I'm talking about I didn't live with them. I woke up in the morning, had routine with them, all that shit. So I really could distinguish the difference. But when it comes to a black gang embracing a Mexican, bro, if you solid, bro, it's gonna be love there, bro. They just not gonna just accept anybody. You got to go through some type of scrutiny for number one. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna have to show you got heart. You know what I'm saying? And that's just bottom line. You know what I'm saying? So far as it being love there, I can't see a black gang just letting on a Mexican young nigga and not be love there, bro. You see what I'm saying? You gotta, well, times have changed. Let me just rephrase that, because on the east side, you grow up with blacks and Mexicans. We like this, right? Now, have it been like that hard tension? It's always been tension. It's always been friction. And that's not because most of the time it's because of, the hard R is just over testosterone. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? Who go for what? You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of migrants that came over here was already taught to not trust black people. You see what I'm saying? And don't get too close to them. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a lot of shit that come with that. But I don't see old boy jumping in that conversation trying to prove that it was, trying to protect his people. It was just like, shit, he don't know what he's talking about, bro. I just think he engaged in that conversation just based off of facts. Let's go.
Even while he a part of the gang or whatever the case is, right? But just imagine, what if some of these other races was joining these black gangs, bro, just to kill black people? And y'all acting like, oh, we all got the same agenda. We all came up over here. He seems to know that it's a difference. You get what I'm saying? But let's get into this shit. See, the topic of delineation come up, right?
I did not know this. Shout out to WIG TV, man. I did not know he was going to say some shit like that. Hey, it is what it is, man. Let's go.
And making a distinction between so-called black brothers or so-called black people and the diasporas. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, they like to, I would say, cosplay and do this, that, and the third, all while trying to criticize the black man. You know what I'm saying? Being an FBA, foundational black American, so-called black American, this, that, and the third, everybody want to be like us, but hate on us at the same time. But let's get into this shit, bro.
You said something earlier in an answer where you said that you talk about native blacks. And so that clearly sounds as if you are delineating native blacks versus someone that comes here from Bermuda or Jamaica or wherever they may come from that is black.
That's right.
And the purpose of that is what? Because you're on the surface, it would be like, hey, everybody here that's black gets treated a certain way. Why are you making that delineation?
That is an excellent point. You know why? Because you see, those people coming in from Jamaica or coming in from Africa, they have not been treated like black folk in this country. That's the first thing. And secondly, historically, they haven't had those historical experiences. They come in here voluntarily. When they come in here, they bring some cultural aspects from Africa. They can go back anytime they want. But the black people in this country have exceptional people.
See, not only that, right? See, you got to know the difference between colorism and the so-called black experience. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole world and all cultures have colorism. You get what I'm saying? But it's a difference from you just being black and you being black. You get what I'm saying? FBA, not just from the diasporas. You know what I'm talking about?
It's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside. You just need a concept and a way to record it.
Nobody's been mistreated, maltreated like them. Black folk exception. They're the only people that came here out forcefully. One. Two, they're the only people that denied their humanity. Three, they were the only people denied a right to enjoy the fruits of their labor. Four, they were the only people denied the right to participate in government. Five, they were the only people denied the right to vote. Six, they were only people denied the right to have an education. Seven, they were the only people denied the right to have a business. Eight, they were the only people that participated in every war that this country has had since its founding.
You heard that? Denied the right to have a business. Whole time, if you're an immigrant, you come from out the way, guess what? This country is gonna aid in you having a business. They're gonna support you as long as you agree to the terms that everybody else in America has agreed to. And that's black people. Simple.
But whose mother country has never been against this country. All those immigrants come from countries where they fought America, and they came in. And the 7, that they are the oldest and most patriotic people in the country. Not the Confederates in the South. They're not the most patriotic people waving the Confederate flag. The most patriotic people in this country are black people, native blacks, because you see 99% of all those blacks have been direct descendants of slaves. They've been here before 99% of all the other people ever arrived in this country. They are special people. And because they're special people, they need to be recognized, appreciated, and reparated for what they've done in this country and building this country. They're the ones that built the bridges, the roads, cut the timber, the trees, and cleared the land, raised the tobacco, cotton, indigo. They're the people that fought to raise in every war to protect this country. The people coming from Africa or coming from Jamaica didn't. They came here voluntarily. And the most important point on this is if you lump them with black folk, then you give the dominant white society a justification to say we don't owe black folk anything. Because you see, the blackness that's native, the blackness, black people, black.
And that's the thing too. Like, see how I say, people like from out the way that might be black, have black skin, but they're not foundational black Americans, right? They love to get in, they'll lump themselves in, right? And act like, we all part of the same plight, and then say some shit like, well, we don't need this and we don't need that. Hold on, bro. You're not even with us. First off, you don't, how you get over here cosplaying and acting like us only for you to start speaking against us and criticizing us.
All right, so let me just first off, this is a very interesting video. Shouts out to WRG TV, man. I didn't even know he was coming this intense, man. Yeah, I rock with it, but I definitely want to acknowledge the fact that this is for educational purposes. This is not to discriminate towards any other ethnicity whatsoever. This is just pure base information and for educational purposes. How y'all feel about that, chat? You know what I'm saying? I want to give y'all a second in the chat to drop y'all opinions. How do y'all feel about that? Because, I think our civil rights movement opened up the door for every ethnicity to have equality opportunity in America. I definitely want to say that. The civil rights movement opened up the door for so many different ethnicities due to what we endured and all the discrimination that we inherited. A lot of people, ethnicities from different countries didn't have to really face adversity in America like that. We're talking, back in the 50s and the 40s and the 60s, because it was, that it wasn't a lot coming here. But this is where we at now in life. We living in a society, homie, where it's the best time to be black in America. Whether y'all know it or not, this is the best time to be black in America. Why? Because y'all raising iPad babies. Your kids would never know what it's like to walk to a fountain where it says colors only. Your kids will never know what it's like to have to sit in the back of the bus. Your kids will never know what it's like to see face-to-face hard Rism. You know what I'm saying? Y'all kids will never see that. That's why I say this is probably the best time to be whatever ethnicity in America. You know what I'm saying? But let's get back to this, man. I think this is going to be interesting, man. Let's go.
What's wrong with you? You don't know what we fighting for, what we pushing towards. Kick back, get to the back. And it's a lot of people. It's, oh man, bro.
People's blackness is more than just color. It is their heritage, it's their history, it's their code of conduct, and more importantly, it is their badge of honor, and it's what it symbolizes the indebtedness that this country has to them. This country does not have an indebtedness to people coming from Africa. They only have an indebtedness to people coming in from the Bahamas. If you lump black folk in there, you deprive black folk of the benefit, the debt that's owed them. Don't do that.
You are spitting fire. Let's.
No, he's spitting facts, and here goes some more of it.
Let me make the distinction or the delineation. I'm a foundational black American. My mama black, my daddy black. I did not come from any place other than here. I don't go to Jamaica and speak on what's happening in the grill. I do not go to Ghana and speak what's happening in Ghana. I do not go to Nigeria and talk about what's happening in Lagos because it's none of my business. It is not my place. When you come over here from the Caribbean, from Africa, from South America, whichever type of black that you are, you get an immigrant experience. You do not have 400 years of chattel slavery hanging over your head. You do not know anything about Jim Crow, and you do not understand what is happening to us directly. You catch a little bit of an incident here and there because you look like us. So I'm gonna need everybody who's not a foundational Black American to stay the hell out of my conversation, understand it's not your place, and realize that we have things to do.
You see, it's something that Vlad, Adam 22, little bro over there that was in the community, and even them so-called black gang members that's with little bro, right? All of them got something in common. And guess what it is? It's not furthering the so-called black community. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's why people take special offense, Flocka, when you pop it. And you acting like, oh, I got the right to say, oh, all the women, all the gangbangers, all the parents who raise their kids in these gang environments or this, that, and the third. Oh, you don't know nothing about that, bro. You don't know. See, you're not connected to it, and you don't know.
Yeah, I absolutely agree 1,000%. But let me just say this about what I think about. If you are a Mexican that was raised in our community, you grew up with us the same way, you went through the same struggles, you went to the same schools, you'd improved yourself to the community, we shall not look at you any different besides one of us. You see what I'm saying? If you grew up with us, raised with us, we went to the same schools, went through the same struggles, you are one of us. Now, if you didn't inherit the struggles that we went through, you didn't go to the schools we went to, you're not considered one of us. And that's just from the Black culture, right? I can't speak on how Mexicans might portray a Black person in their culture. I just don't. I mean, I spent a lot of time with the other side with Mexicans, but they've all been solid with me. You see what I'm saying? I've always, number one, they'll feed you, they'll look out for you. Now, from time to time, you'll hear some little jokes like, negro, and all that little stuff, right? But Blacks do to Mexicans as well. But this is the thing. In today's gang culture, I honestly believe that most of, the Mexicans that's joining these Black gangs probably moved over there in ninth grade, got put on in the 11th grade, 2 years over there. There's a big timeline between, where you been at? Where your family from? How we know, it could be some shit of infiltration. But when you look at this shit, bro, what if you had a Mexican dude from a Black gang and he loved killing the ops and he got more kills than everybody from the set? You see what I'm saying? You wouldn't look at that shit like, damn, nigga, nigga, I know we kill our own, but man, you killing them all. Wait a minute, little nigga, hold on. Hey, you didn't put in enough work. Sit your little ass there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But this is a serious conversation, bro. You know what I'm saying? I honestly feel like, because, gang culture, it give you a license to kill. And this is what people don't understand. A lot of niggas don't understand that, in order to be a real thriving, successful gang member, you have to be willing to commit violence. You have to be willing to commit violence. And what we're seeing rapidly is we're starting to see numerous, not just Mexicans, Guatemalans, all that, Asians, so many different ethnicities starting to join Black gangs, right? It's not a problem if you was raised in that community, but if you go to a high school that's not in your community, but this is your boy and all that shit, and you like, man, he always coming to your house and he hanging over here, you don't know his lineage. You know what I'm saying? You don't know where he come from, none of that shit. He end up being like, all right, bro, hey, bro, I'm gonna turn your hood, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? He coming over there, he sure he got a little heart. But who's to say he can't tell on you? Who's to say, like, you know what I'm saying? His family don't stay over there. You see what I'm saying? When it get bad and his mama tell him, no, you're going to go down there and tell on all them guys. You know what I'm saying? Snitch and get 30 of y'all niggas locked up. What's the consequences for that? You see what I'm saying? We're not known to go to somebody's family and you know what I'm saying, make some shake, bro. the dynamic of regulation and you know, understanding of how this infrastructure used to be is totally different. This generation, they're making up their own rules. They're making up their own, you know, a way of gang culture. You know, I feel like this, man. Shit, nigga should be more invested in financial literacy. You know what I'm saying? Nigga be out here, young niggas touching way more money than what you know past generations was touching. Because it's more opportunities. Niggas could do stocks, you know what I'm saying? Day trading, sports betting, you know what I'm saying? All these different avenues of making money. These little niggas out here touching some money, right? Some of these niggas can make $100,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? But they don't know what to do with it. They blow it. They not even investing in guns. They not even, which you shouldn't be even investing in guns, putting guns back in your community. But still, homie, this is a serious dialogue that I think a lot of people should have, man. So y'all drop your opinions in the comment section. Do y'all believe that the integration of, you know, ethnicities and gang culture, should it continue? Should it discontinue? And what y'all think about it? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I feel like this. If you grow up in our community, right? You walk like us, you hang with us, you go through the same struggle, you are one of us. I don't care what race, color, creed you are. If you grew up with us, you are one of us. But if you don't come from this community, you have no ties to this community, who's to say your intentions is legitimate? Y'all drop your opinion in the comment section, gang. Let's go.
The struggle so-called black people had to go through with the governments, why people was placed in these environments, what was placed in these environments for us to be at this point now. You think people just decided to be gangbangers, or all this shit started as fight the power?
The problem is y'all don't ever want black people, black Americans, to make that distinction. Y'all don't like that. Y'all think whatever we do has to be shared amongst the whole diaspora. Why? Because we ain't got no specific name for ourselves. We call ourselves black people, then that applies to too many of y'all. And then whatever we try to make the distinction, it makes it seem like we're trying to start a diaspora war. No, if you can say this is Haitian history, Jamaican history, we can say that this is black American history and not try to credit the whole continent of Africa for that.
You know how they say you got to take the good with the bad? They just want the good from being associated with so-called black people. Oh, they can do this, they can do that, they're entertaining, they funny, duh. You know what I'm saying? Whole time while disrespect, it's been so much disrespect, bro, from our brothers and sisters from the diaspora. All these people, like the Grammys the other day, he talking about built on the back of immigrants. Kai Sanat talking about we don't got no fucking culture. Whole time you run around here, you wouldn't be wearing no fucking chrome heart if it wasn't for Jimmy, bro. This shit's so out of pocket, bro. They will let somebody else monetize cool, bro. When you know that ain't cool, we know nigga. Let's keep it lit, bro.
Another day of me pointing out the hypocrisy that is Africans. You'll ask Africans and they'll say black people have no culture, right? But if you look at all the African artists, right, especially the male, you see Atlanta. You see Atlanta, you see New York, literally. If you look at Burna Boy, you can see somebody who literally blueprint copied Future. His whole entire thing is Future. You look at Davido, he is literally, whole brand is an identity of Atlanta, literally. You look at Rema, whichever way you pronounce it, Travis Scott. That's a Travis Scott, Playboy Cardi ripoff. Okay, you look at Asake. Asake is almost every single, I would even say Asake is more even Travis Scott or more of the Lil.
All right, so yeah, so let me just say this, right? My distinction is I would never say a Mexican is black, right? I said this my thing. If you grew up with the Bloods, you know, went to school with the Bloods, you know what I'm saying, with the same struggle with the Bloods, and you willing to ride and die with the Bloods, then you a Blood. Same thing as a Kiwi. You know what I'm saying? If you grew up on the block with all the Crips, the Kiwis, you didn't squabble, took all your fades, you ain't never turned nothing down. You know what I'm saying? You didn't put blood time, been shot for this, been to jail for this, then you a Kiwi. You see what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no, because you a different race, you know, we go treat you any different from the other Kiwis, right? But now in Mexican gangs, it might be a little different. You know what I'm saying? If you're a black person in a Mexican gang, you know, you a rider, you know what I'm saying? And they can't touch you with these. If they can't get with you with these every time it's a problem, that's gonna be a major situation. You see what I'm saying? Because you know, in black culture, nigga, you win some, you lose some, nigga. And it's not like that. Don't get me wrong, but it's highly likely for a Mexican to be whooping black niggas' ass left to right. Bing bop. It's just never going to happen. Wait, shout out to my brown brother. Hey. Chill out, homes. It's just not going to happen. You're not going to find no Mexican just punching on every black dude that run up. Bing bop boom. Never going to happen. But if you put a black person and a Mexican guy, man, he knocking shit. Bang, bang, boom, bang. Everybody running. Get it. Woo, nigga. Boom. They're like, get in, dog. Man, that fool got hands, dog. And we can't hit him, arms. His arms too long. That's it. Bing, bang. Now, that is way more realistic than a Mexican being able to beat up some black people in a black gang and just all that shit. 9 out of 10, that Mexican that's from a black gang, he go get his ass kicked. Hey, turn his skin pink for sure. It's gonna be pink. You know, I mean, might be a little blood coming out of his face and shit. But a black person in the Mexican gang, bro, man, shit, nigga, I just can't see a black person just getting his ass kicked by Mexicans on a head up tip. Now, eventually they'll have to start jumping your ass. You see what I'm saying? Because shit, nigga, you got this shit up in you. Bing, bow, boom. You understand me? Just imagine motherfuckers running there. Everyone he come, he's sliding. Bow, bow, bow. Yeah, that's just not gonna happen, bro. Like, you ain't gonna be over here punching on us, nigga. And you from our gang. It's just not realistic. Let's go.
Lil Uzi, like all of them, they have no originality, but they swear black people have no culture. So where'd you get that? What African have you seen in your history books or in your culture that be rocking like that? That gave you that idea. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
You know, it's a terrible thing, bro, because, you know, I don't, you know, we know. I'm not gonna lie to you. Everything y'all think, y'all try to pull whatever you think we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Just because we come in with a smile and we cool and this, that, and the third, we know. We know everybody that's against us, and we ain't forgot, bro. And we waking up and we coming together, and making a distinction. So, you know, I'm gonna play this. Let's play these last couple clips, and then I'm gonna get up out of here, bro. Feel me? Because it'll get you upset, bro.
Our culture's so strong, bro. When you look at high-end, if we don't wear it, it don't sell. Right. It will not sell if we don't wear it.
Right. We control cool.
Completely.
Yes.
You can't go anywhere on this earth without seeing our influence. The problem is, unlike any other black culture on the face of the planet, we have been colonized and monetized for profit by everyone, including the Koreans. K-pop ain't nothing but R&B. And the funny thing is, everyone's coming over here and benefiting from the fact that we put out the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. All of those things that started as the Black Liberation Movement, but then got shoehorned into civil rights because everybody wants to come off of our pain. American culture is black culture.
That's 100% facts. We was the motherfuckers here at the beginning, bro. And guess what? They try to attribute everybody that's so-called black that's in the Americas that came here from slavery. Bro, it was black people already here. Yeah, bro. Regardless of whatever they try to do, they try to change history. Do you think all them? You think they carry millions and millions of people over here on that big ass water on wooden boats? Why ain't no African ancestors looking for their peoples that's over here in Americas? Then ain't nobody from Africa looking for me. So this is my thing, bro. All this time, it's just terrible the disrespect we receive, bro, from everybody, even people that got that's why they say everybody that's skin folks ain't kin folks. You know what I'm saying? Because they disrespect us, and we supposed to be the same. You know, coming to America, watching that movie, it was like, okay, you know, it's something different, but they you know, we accept it. Feel me? We accepted all this bullshit for hella long. Yeah, we African. We this, we did. Not really, not me. I never felt African. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I always knew it was a difference. When a little African come to school, I'm like, this nigga different. Simple. But, you know, we accepted the little bullshit. And people try to disrespect us because they think we don't know. We know everything, bro. And y'all all take pride in y'all cultures and history and knowing this, that, and the third. Pride come before the fall. You know, they say who was first gonna be last, and who was last gonna be first. So get ready, motherfucker. Buckle up. And it just, you know, it's a terrible thing, bro, to have to experience this shit from everybody, right? But it's spiritual. Facts. And you don't know that, bro. If for the whole world to be against so-called black people, even black people, nigga got to skank in and got to act like, oh, no, I'm educated and we take pride in this. We take pride in being indoctrinated and we take pride in, nigga. Shut the fuck up, nigga. We don't want our respect, nigga. And not from you. We gonna take in our shit. We gonna love and respect each other. And then from that, y'all are gonna fall in line. Tired of y'all was acting like, yo, who the y'all be thinking y'all is? Like, y'all think y'all this. What do y'all think y'all is, bro? Who the do y'all think y'all? Don't ever disrespect, bro. Do not disrespect us, bro. The next time I see somebody famous disrespecting us, bro, I dare show up at your show to make you clarify, because you popping it, nigga. You disrespect our forefathers, nigga, and our peoples that come from forests that have laid the groundwork for this motherfucker. You to even walk around act like, and they still don't even like your.
All right, so look, man, my boy pissed stuff right now. He on one right now, right? But I think sometimes, man, these conversations should be had. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people feel like, oh, it don't matter that y'all went through this type of scrutiny and you know, all this shit, man. You know, we here together. We got to stick together. Now, we can't forget the past. You know what I'm saying? The past is our history. You know what I'm saying? And once you forget the past, your history become a mystery. You know, we got a lot of young niggas in this generation, man, that don't even know their history. They don't know about the civil rights movement. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those people, look, we just lost Jesse Jackson. You know what I'm saying? He played a crucial part in the civil rights movement, right next to Martin Luther King. You know, Al Sharpton still holding on and shit with that $2 perm he got in his head, but they don't know the history, bro. And our history is starting to become erased. And that's important that, you know, we have these dialogues and you know, just have this type of chain of communication just off the dribble, you know, because if you don't know your past, man, you definitely can't know your future, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, y'all chime in the comment section, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. I know some of y'all shy. Y'all don't want to voice y'all opinion, but shit, we grown, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Unless you scared, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You better pray to God, but, you know, put some good comments in the comment section for me, man, and we'll get back to this content. Let's go.
Bitch ass. But guess what? When it's a problem and it's an issue, we're going to be the ones to speak up. The only ones this whole time. Everybody else fall in line. Shut the fuck up.
Moors, Solon, Freeman, Indigenous, FPA. It is a bloodline. Tariq Nasheed and nobody else is over us. We govern ourselves. That's something that other people cannot do. We are the gods and goddess. Our bloodline is older than any other bloodline on the planet. Facts, not opinion. And that is the Black American. Okay? Now, why is it a problem? Did y'all hear about the Asian comedian? Why is it a problem that ICE isn't coming after Indigenous Black American people? They are more upset that ICE is not coming after us than the fact that ICE is here. Do you hear them asking why ICE is not attacking white people? They're not mad about that. They're just mad that the people
who have been attacked, who have been mistreated, who have been outcast, who has the most suffering than anybody else. We can't even get a good credit line in our own country unless we don't work for it 20 times fold or more. As you niggas come over here and get that and loans right out the back. Nobody was concerned that we wasn't getting that. But now it's an uproar because ICE has no authority to check the Black American. Just imagine the one time we get a small break, because we're still fighting, you know, for just basic things that belong to us. Meanwhile, the immigrants are trying to undermine that, but yet still upset that we won't fight for them. Ooh, that's a deep shit. Look at it, family.
All right, y'all. I see a lot of y'all didn't really want to engage in that conversation, man. But it's all good, man. I need y'all to like, hype, and subscribe to the channel, man. But also, man, don't be scared to drop your opinions in the comment section. We got more content coming on the way. Top of the morning, wake that ass up and go brush them teeth, man. I'll see y'all on the next video. Let's go.